Shocking how teacher bills Ghana's roads for 15 years for free. Hallelujah. I chanced upon a video of a young man working on the streets. A certain Pastor Theophilus was driving along the road and saw this gentleman building some portions of the broken road. He drove away, but returned later and decided out of curiosity to speak with this gentleman. Little did he know that he was about to open a can of worms. He spoke to the gentleman, and the gentleman told him, I am a graduate. And as a graduate, I am teaching. Aside that, I am trying to be exemplary with what I teach the children and even more. I see this road so potholed, almost destroyed and impassable, and I see cars crash here along this stretch. And I think that the little I can do to fix this road and other roads, I must do. I am not paid well as a teacher, but that's okay. Things will get better one day. But when the contractors build the roads, they throw away a lot of cement and concrete. So I go around and then I fetch all the thrown away cement, preserve that in wheelbarrows and beyond, and I use that to patch the small portions of the road. Sometimes build the whole stretch out of this thrown away cement. Sometimes I even buy cement from my own pocket. Watch the video. When we return, I will tell you what the authorities are saying about this. Watch this.
For your friend Bishop Theophilus, where they person call Prebiasi Tapa, Prebiasi Sana. Maybe I drew up a pebble in a point so or to tap on him. I'm said that my Minana Mimusano said, I are buying our funnel, and now one, and now dealing was my Mrs. Smith or the air panel. And betray me, Hono, but may some Benham's Debbie. I was said, Menena Casa. Ain't you opening? Now, if I say, but do somewhere. Now, open him. And right, a far. A far, me, send away, and I'm arguing them, sit be a band and power and a power. Yeah, but I'm them and south. Now, a band and power now say, Run and power. Yeah, by you can't get.
Share as the ICC and the people say. It's a main influence of an amateur. Too much and I may.
What's it? What accident is you accident I see about?
From Kunsu to Tapano. As it is, people who are Pansopa, Moto, Nikasi, all the time, collision near day. Because we are dodgy pot to Akushia car. Now, what can be collisions is here now? What could school that? Maybe university.
Wow. Hey. University graduate
teacher.
A teacher.
Yeah.
School baby.
You're Jachi Pramsu Senior High.
Jachi Pramsu Senior High.
Yeah.
How much are they?
Currently, Michad is here.
And our far too wants to say choir accident to be teaching.
Yeah.
Mammy, I can't be no ya.
I never can Japanese Rasi and me quite more. I am in them. Metijachi or no Jachi Pramsu, Metijachi fee. Titembia, be a baby fear me back me na coin so. Me share as then, fit as then they see me in true portals. And he see motu from car near day. Sometimes a crack on force a conformance of Roberts so baby a one year pana, no mabit now. And to say, the can't do them say to me, because we say it true, as so. But me transfer them to know, at least Nago Pomma in the crack. And yeah, whatever in this crack, at least after me try, dear, me a train teacher. My training Masako University. Nti me hwe nimdie ka
mebo enti cement we ne abo no wo konya free
wow omo ye kwan no tititi no enchen si no edugu ho a ache nti se mini nanam se be ye adwuma we no na me de anoya na na ye nti bitutu anoya na otumi kopie bi so na egu ho no nti me start se me de cement na no be identify say sade obi a no me call back to those places na makututu amasa ni gubo tuma na cars no be me say me adwuma be ma cars na sade abrem
to one out years can one out of cement
me ana me cement
wow be ma cham
My brother, my sister, you heard the young man. He said he's called Samuel. He's a graduate from the university right here in Ghana. And he's a teacher. He says he can't take it when he sees accidents on the roads. He doesn't have money to go out and build the roads. But he decided to go around wherever there's a road construction. He will gather the cement that is thrown away and he will come out and build the roads. He's been doing this for 15 solid years. Nobody from the government has ever come to give him a penny. He says he's on the Busunu Road. He goes to other places and makes sure that he fixes the roads. Samuel is a young man. He's unmarried. He doesn't have a child. His salary is meager, but he finds time to sacrifice part of his salary to buy cement in order to fix the road out of patriotism. He says a lot of the little boys come around him. Sometimes they want to help do one or two things. He just wants to believe that they will emulate him in the future and not wait for the government to come and build small roads in front of their houses when they could build those themselves. But my brother, I placed a call to the Minister of Roads and Highways, Kwame Governs Abuja, to find out if he has seen this video. My brother, my sister, the video has been making the rounds for some time now. And this was the answer he gave to me. Come here! He hasn't seen the video yet. And I decided to send the video to him so he would watch it. When he watched it, it broke him down. When he watched it, in fact, deep inside him, he felt it. This is a minister I'd admire. A minister who speaks his mind. A minister I think has Ghana at heart. This was what he told me in the interview we had before I came into the studio. Listen to him. Watch this. But what do you think about people who build roads on their own? They just feel like there are potholes in the area, and out of patriotism, they want to come and fix the potholes and build roads on their own.
Well, first of all, pothole filling. I mean, almost all of us have done that in our neighborhoods in the past. When if people have done it individually, we have done it as a group of residents and other things. But building of a road itself is an engineering endeavor, so it's not something that an individual can just go onto a road with equipment and be able to do it without an engineer. But obviously, I know people have tried to fix potholes, people have tried to fix culverts and things like that before. But it's not very regular for, when you say build a road, I'm sure people have used equipment to cut a road, like do grading and other things before. But to build a road, I mean, that is deploy all the engineering techniques to build the road. It's not that common. Of course, out of patriotism, people do many things to improve the roads in their neighborhood, and it's always commendable for that.
Okay, so I don't know. Would you encourage that?
Well, I mean, if it's the responsibility of the state to fix public roads, but we always call for support if need be, and individuals and organizations, churches, mining companies, and others have done things like that in the past. But many of the time, for instance, Newmont has supported government to build roads before. But what they do is to provide resources, select the road, and ask, let's say, highways to supervise the road. But to talk about an individual work, getting up, getting their own equipment and other things without an engineer, because the road, as we see, it is not just a simple thing, it's an engineering. How do you build it up? It's not just clearing the road, that is a road. You need to build it up. What do you put first? Is it laterite? How do you treat the laterite? How do you make sure the road is as a camber, where when it rains, the rains can fall, can run off into a drain, and the drain actually have an outfall that takes the water away from a place and discharge into a natural drain and things like that. And then how do you seal it? Do you use bitumen and aggregate and other things? That is more complicated. And in any case, I would always recommend an intervention of an engineer instead of I have money, I'm building a road without an engineer. That will not be a good advice, because it will not last, to be honest. It will be a waste of money.
It will not last. It will be a waste of money. Did you hear that? Now the minister says it is good to have individuals show patriotism by trying to fix what is broken. But sometimes you need an expert's advice. You don't just go out on the street and start building roads because you have money. No. Which one goes first? The laterite, the aggregate, the bitumen? Now, in your very good heart, trying to build a road, you might end up even killing people because you don't have the know-how. From what the minister is saying, if you have the cash, if you have the resources, come, give us the resources so that we would employ the right people to fix the road. And the credit is still yours. The blessing is still yours. How about the young man who has been building the roads for 15 years? Come here. 15 solid years. When he hears this, what would be his reaction? How come he's been building the roads for 15 years and nobody from the government has seen? Yet, we have government officials plying that road for the past how many election periods, going to the area to campaign. Nobody has ever held his hand to shake his hand well and say thank you for the good job. Or is it a way to say, yes, you're trying to do something, but we need an engineer to be able to let this work well? What do you think? Certainly in America, you can't do this. No individual can come out and build roads just like that. In Japan, you can't do that. In Korea, you can't do that. But these are economies that promptly go out there and fix every single pothole. Unlike ours, that can have 5 potholes at the same place where the president drives his car for all 4 years, sometimes 8 years that is in power, and would never think about fixing these potholes. The Gombes have a saying that I will close with. They say, and I quote, "Bayi doya kabuwa sana ba vimbala." Can I say it again? Bayi doya kabuwa sana ba vimbala. When the dog decides to fall asleep, when the stranger jumps over the fence, and it takes the goat to bark, not to bleat, to bark at the stranger, the disgrace goes to the dog. Can I say it again? When the dog whose duty is to raise the alarm when the stranger jumps over the fence, decides to fall asleep, when the stranger takes advantage of this and jumps over the fence, only for the goat to start barking, in other words, doing the duty of the dog. Don't laugh at the goat, shame the dog. Congratulations to the young man who has been fixing the roads for the past 15 years. My brother, my sister, congratulations to all the people in different areas who fix potholes in areas, roads, different places. You are very patriotic. But what the minister is trying to say is, on a large scale, you would need the intervention of an engineer. But if it's just a small pothole, you could make an attempt. Or a little stretch, you could make an attempt. But it even endangers your own life if it's not done well. And two, there are cars that ply the streets, depending on whether they are highways or not. Some of them might veer into your lane and take your life, the builder of the road. So we have to exercise extra caution. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power.